But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello and welcome to The Candy Shop. I am Candace.
I'm Hannah.
This is the Thirsty Thursday check-in. I finally thought of a name for it. So excuse me if you hear my husband talking in the background. He's talking to his mom on the phone. But yes, we are about to get into it. How's your week been going?
Not long for it to be a short week. It has been a busy week. I forgot we had Monday off.
That's how I feel too. That's why I took today off.
Yeah, it's a busy week. I'm ready for this weekend. I can't wait to Saturday. I'm not doing a damn thing.
Yeah, well, I have homework to do. I
have homework too. Besides that, I haven't doing anything else.
Yes, I haven't done my homework in 3 weeks.
You know what? All right now.
It's bad. I'm trying to be focused, but let's get into what we are talking about today. So today, I'm drinking just wine.
And I have Bacardi.
Oh, see, I should have got some Bacardi. I should have sent Kennard to go get some. We ran out 2 days ago, so we've been drinking wine. But let's talk about it. We're gonna go right into it with Falynn Guobadia. Is that how her name is pronounced? I don't even know how it's pronounced.
I don't even gonna try to. I don't know. G.
Well,
Miss G.
Yeah, Miss Falynn. That's what I'm calling Miss Falynn's interview. So she apparently is being interviewed by another YouTuber. The Shade Room posted a clip of it, and I'll go to you first. What are your thoughts? Because you just watched it. What are your thoughts?
It just seems very rehearsed, but the whole situation seemed rehearsed to me from the jump. Even the announcement of the divorce right as the season ended, it just seemed like it all came together too quick. Her interview seemed very, very rehearsed. I mean, it might be more in depth because, they do those little snippets and then you see the interview like, well, dang, that was like 1 second of what really led into it. So, and then, I don't like Shade Room. So I follow them, but I don't like them. Actually, I don't even follow them. I just go in there and get the gossip. So I'll wait till the whole interview come out. It might be like a Vivica Fox thing.
Why don't you like the Shade Room?
Because I feel like when it comes to Black people, they post everything bad about us. Like, for instance, they just changed it after enough people cursed them out. But if they have a Black unmarried woman, it's always baby mom. But a white unmarried rapper's or actor's thing, it's the mother of their child or anything bad they'll want to snip. Like, even the Vivica Fox thing, they put that snippet basically saying she wanted 50 cents instead of doing the whole interview when she actually was saying, that's so old. I hope she wants, I hope he married her. It's like they just, I feel like for them to be an all Black network, they're very negative towards us.
Very shady.
And the other races that they post, they just kiss their behind. So yeah, I'll go there for the gossip, but I really don't. I'm good.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but it's the Shade Room. Every post had some shade.
Of course.
Yes, and they are. I wonder if they're. You know how Media Takeout is run by an African guy. I wonder if they are run by African people. I don't know who runs the Shade Room or whatever.
Well, she came out. She's a Black woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's special. Like for y'all to be an all Black network, y'all could be better for us.
So is she a pygmy?
She might be.
That's what it's sounding like if she's down in.
They weren't like that before. They start changing.
Getting very critical of Black people. Wow. Well, Falynn's interview, going back to that, I felt like it was scripted. In the little clip that we saw, I know she says she loves hard and all this other bull, but to me, it's just bull. It's bull. Like, yes, I still feel like this was a scheme brought up by Dennis, not Todd this time. But
don't come for Todd.
This was a scheme brought up by Dennis to get Porsha some more money for their child. Like that to me, because that's all it is. Porsha is about to have a spinoff. Falynn and her relationship now already with them being on the show, the relationship was questionable to begin with because she's married to this old man. You know, what's her name? The other girl that got on my nerves on the show, the crazy one that has a YouTube channel, Latoya. Is that her name? She tried Falynn. She kept talking about their relationship. So already it was shaky. Fallon's trying to defend it, and we all know she's defending the bag. So I just feel like it was scripted. Porsha probably told her, like, girl, you can make some money on this show, or you don't even have to be married to him no more. I'll marry him. So that's what it seems like to me. And then to add insult to injury on the damn interview, Mr. Simon Guobadia, whatever his name is,
Sorry.
He made a post. He posted the interview, and then put in his comments, he put that the face of a cheater, and he tagged the person that she's allegedly cheating with. So this is the guy. I don't know. He looks all right, but first of all, he looks too young for Falynn. I don't know. How old is Falynn? Like 27?
No, she just turned 30.
Oh, okay. That's still young. So he looks.
Or did she just turn 32? I think she's in her 30s.
Okay.
He's like a couple years younger than Porsha.
So this is the alleged guy. I went to his IG page, and on his
me too.
This is what he put on his story. Let me take this down. He put that it's a fake. It's not him. So I don't know why Simon is calling this man out. Let me take this down. The guy just I'm nosy.
I realized that. I wonder if he did it. I feel like that he's very jealous for him to be, even if it is fake, I feel like he's very jealous. I'm nosy. So I went through, before he put that fake thing up when I first saw it earlier, I went through the page with my nosy behind. And I realized that Falynn just recently liked one of his photos.
Who's the guy?
But that's the only one she ever liked. She didn't like anyone, nothing else. That one photo she just recently liked. And it's amazing how she liked the photo. Then you just pop up, she cheating with him.
The guy doesn't look like he likes women.
I was about to say, does he like women? Women.
Yes, to be completely honest. So it's like, where did Simon get this random guy from? This is why I feel like the whole thing is scripted. And then, like, I know we were talking before the show, and you talked about Porsha with her first husband, Cordell. In that situation, like, to me, Porsha, her mother has trained her to go after the bag. So she's marrying people with money. And when she first came on this show, she seemed a little bit more religious. She was trying to be the dutiful housewife. She was trying to represent her grandfather, who's a civil rights pioneer. And so I feel like Porsha was trying to be a good representation of what a Black socialite should be in Atlanta. But after she got divorced, she let it all hang out. She became Tatiana.
Before.
You think so?
I think her. I really
a couple of my coworkers went to school with her. Porsha is no different than me and you. They went to high school with her. Mm-hmm. She was a regular girl, but I feel like her mother and her, they chase that bag. They go secure the bag.
Of course.
It's all about the money. They don't want to work for it themselves in Atlanta. Living here, you start to see, like, this is the thing I noticed about here and even being in DC. In Atlanta, it's so, like, fake, from the fake parties to people driving these expensive cars and can barely pay for them. The houses are cheap. So, and it's about status. And people, I have a friend from here who he hates when I talk about Atlanta. He'll be like, well, that's not Atlanta. Atlanta, I'm Clayco, all this other bull. But I'm telling him what people think Atlanta is now and what I see. Now, I remember the old Atlanta from Jermaine Dupri to them franchise boys with in my white tee. All of that. Yes. Lean with it, rock with it. So I miss that Atlanta, but it's no longer that Atlanta anymore. Mm-hmm. And so you have reality stars now. It's like a fake Hollywood. So fake Hollywood. Yeah, and in the description of this video, I put that it was the Young and the Restless Real Housewives edition, because that's what it is.
So I felt two parts. I feel like the interview is scripted, but I really do feel like they're getting a divorce. I just feel like she has more to say, and he's going to try to tarnish her character as much as he could before something else come out. And then I can only be saying that because I'm going by my own experience. When I went through mine, it was so much lies told about me that when the story came out, his own mom was like, well, you didn't even tell me all this. I'm like, it wasn't your business or place. But leading up to it, I was just disrespected so much. And I'm like, all I did was ask you to sign some papers. So, but you would think that, you would be okay with some. A part of me feels as though she's going to say more and he's going to try to do damage control now. But my thing is, I saw the picture that when he actually posted him and Falynn together and put that caption up. And my first thing was like, why are you posting you and actually your wife, because that's not your ex-wife, you and your wife holding the arm a day after you turn 57, how you old and childish. You up here just being really petty, and you supposed to be engaged and happy with Porsha.
Yeah, exactly. And good evening, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
I feel like, and hello, Bree.
Hey, Bree.
Yes, we have to have you on. Bree watches this show. I feel like I said, because it's scripted, so I'm gonna take the scripted part away. As for him, I guess he's been putting this narrative out there prior to around the time that they announced the divorce, that she cheated. And she hasn't denied it. So my question, I don't know which one filed for the divorce. That's my first question.
That's the thing. When it first came out, she filed, but now he's saying he filed. But when it first came out, she announced that she filed for divorce from him. So I'm like, well, why is he saying he filed now?
I wonder if it's public record, if we can see it or not. Most of the time, most of the time they say women file for divorce. It doesn't make sense for her to file for divorce, because she seems like she was willing to deal with, like, as long as she had that money, she didn't care what women he was dealing with. This man has $40 million. She don't.
Does he still have it?
I think he does. I think he has a lot of money.
I don't think he still has it.
Really? Why not?
I don't think he still has it, and that's why he needs this exposure to build that money back up. I really don't feel like he still has that money. I feel like he blew that money, like a lot of businessmen who be trying to live beyond their means tend to do that. I feel like he blew that money, and he needed this exposure. So he was like, we're getting on this show. We're going to get my face out there, and that way I can try to build my bag back up. But I really, truly don't believe that he still has that money. I think that this whole show is a ploy to make him build that bag back up. I think he fumbled his own bag. And Falynn might have been like, well, you fumbled the bag, I'm out.
No,
he has all that money.
I don't agree, but I'm laughing at Bree's comment. Yes, I've been following Simon. I'm nosy. Me and Hannah are both nosy.
Yes, girl, very nosy.
So yeah,
we gonna be on your show.
I want the scoop, but no, I don't feel like, I feel like he still has money, because I just don't see I don't see why Porsha would attach herself to him, because to me, first, Portia's about that money now. She's probably a higher paid person on Housewives of Atlanta, but this basically it makes her even more relevant for the show to get with him. But I think he still has money. Originally she said no, the dude he said she cheated with. Oh yeah, Bree, yes. Oh, I found Bree, let me show you this. I got his pictures.
If she don't go somewhere.
I posted his pictures.
First of all, he doesn't even like women. Like,
I don't think he likes women.
With a selfie like this.
Yes.
And Atlanta.
Originally, I will say this, I don't know who filed, but originally I heard that he did file for divorce, and I heard that she was cheating, but I heard she was cheating with a basketball player. Now this is not coming from neither one. This is just what people have talked about here in Atlanta. But let me go to these comments. Yes. Hey, Kennard. But yes,
hey, Kennard.
I feel like
I got my eyeglasses. You see me squinting?
I know.
No eyeglasses tonight. I can't see a damn thing.
I feel like he has the money, but I feel like for him, it's all about status. And Porsha, people know who Porsha is. And so as we know, it's been several women that came out and said he was with them. Like one of them said he gave her $300, which I'm like, okay, ma'am, this man got $40 million. You like, sir, you need to, but she says she makes her own money. My thing is this: if I'm gonna deal with you, you're older, you're not, he's okay looking to me. Now I know everybody's calling him ugly, but I like African men.
Girl, he look like TV.
But if I don't find him that attractive, why I'm not settling for no $300.
$300.
If I've chosen
that,
life,
gonna pay for the shoes I want.
Exactly.
Literally not going to pay for my shoes.
Yeah.
$300. That's my perfume and lotion at Chanel counter.
Yes. Will it buy lotion?
Lotion $350. I buy it.
Will you have to go to
perfume $150.
Will you have to go to Poshmark and get it?
Oh, really? Let me go to Poshmark because I be paying $50 for lotion.
But no, if I feel like this, if I'm making the decision to, let's say I wasn't Candace, because I consider myself an independent woman. I have my own bag. But let's say I decided to take Porsha's route, and I decided to date men like Simon. First of all, $300. What is that? That's dinner. Like we're going to dinner.
Basically, that was our dinner out there. That was the club.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, and this woman, because going to the whole, my little hair is sticking out, going to the whole high value thing. This woman that apparently came out is what a man would consider a high value woman because she's attractive, she's small, her dress size is 6, or all this other bull. So she can ask for all that. So if I was that status back in my younger days and I decided to take that route, you're not dropping $300. You're dropping racks on me, racks. And I'm getting a purse. We finna go get some stocks. We finna go
a car in my name, not
a car, a house, because he has the money. Like a friend of mine, $300 dinner, just dinner. Yes, $300 dinner. And Kennard the baby because the baby is crying. I hear.
I don't even hear her.
I hear. So, but a friend of mine, who is friends with a stripper, this stripper got like $50,000 from one of her guys, her regulars, and she just blew it. He bought her a Phantom and all that. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be able to just blow the money or whatever if I'm going to have to deal with all that.
Yeah.
So, Falynn, I feel like her time was up. That's all it was. He comes off to me like,
was that for him?
Huh? I don't know.
I think isn't Falynn like wife number 4?
I don't know, but
he had like wives like way before her and everything.
Yeah, I just feel like her time was up. She I don't know. I like and seeing their relationship, the way he had them chicks over at their house, they wasn't gonna be married long. Because like we talked about this before, you're not gonna have these big booty chicks swimming in the swimming pool and you there just watching them.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
not. Get your behind. First of all, I don't even want you in the house.
And
they was in there half naked in front of somebody else's husband. I'm sorry, you're not even getting half naked in front of my husband. I understand you at the pool, you at the beach, but you at my house. It's other bathing suits besides the ones that show your cheeks. Yeah. And even if you got cheeks, I don't care.
Me, if I pay for my cheeks, I'm showing them.
You can show them at your house. Not mine.
Woo! But
at my house. Yeah, if I ain't showing my cheeks, you ain't showing your cheeks.
Yes, but what I wanted to go back to when you said that in your divorce stuff came out about you and all this other stuff, that is true. In my divorce, my first husband or ex-husband made it seem like I was the villain, even though now he's married to the side chick and has had a child while we're married to the side chick, but yet I was the villain. I was there to get his money, which he just was in the military. Like I wanted to say, sir, what money did you have? But
I was called a lesbian.
What?
Yes. Said I was.
You seem like the furthest thing.
One moment.
Okay. You seem
Kayla
like
never come down here, and then she want to come down.
you seem like the furthest thing from a lesbian.
Listen, it was like, so literally one moment.
Well, while Hannah takes care of that, I was a gold digger for somebody that only made probably $50,000 a year. So I don't know how I could be a gold digger for that, but okay.
Girl, listen, he had somehow my phone was connected to an iPad in the house. I don't know how it connected because I wasn't signed into no other Apple devices. And he had downloaded like my contacts. This is, mind you, we were like, I already gave him the papers. He just never signed. And I was in the process of, that was right when I was in the process of moving. And I'm asleep. I woke up to the morning for like 32 text messages. And I was working at Amtrak at the time. He was like texting conductors, ticket agents, men, women, everyone, like, don't text my wife, don't call my wife. Like men, women, old men. And I'm like, they like people having to explain to their significant others why they're receiving a text from this psycho. And I'm like, what? So I had to basically, and it's I'm happy I was the person I was at work, because a lot of people was like, we don't even believe this. We saw how he acted around. We already realized that he was, missing a couple screws. But yeah, it got really ugly and bad, like really, really nasty. And when it came out, the truth came out, everybody was looking at me like, why you didn't say anything? Why you defend yourself? I don't have to defend myself, because y'all should already know the person I am prior to this. So if y'all knew all these years, y'all just want to believe all of a sudden I turned to this raging sexaholic lesbian, then go right ahead. But y'all should have believed that prior to. But I never defended myself because I felt as though I don't have to. Y'all find the truth out. So her not defending herself, I don't see a problem with her not shutting down the rumors, because I never did it.
Yeah, and what's the saying? What's understood doesn't have to be explained.
Mm-hmm.
And to be completely honest, I could not care less about what's going on with Falynn. I really don't care.
At all.
She wasn't even the supporting cast on the show. She was barely in any episodes. When she was in them, she was being like LaToya was just coming for her. I kind of feel like she was on the show for LaToya to come for her. But
I would rather LaToya back than her.
What? Yeah.
Because at least LaToya was
entertaining.
Did you see the comment though? They had comment when it was like to Drew. They was like, all this time you had the wrong Jezebel in your house. I was rolling.
Right, because shoot.
You suck all that about Toya. And look,
Kenya was checking for what's her name, Drew's husband. So he don't got enough money for Porsha.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But she still made a comment. Remember, she was like, he wears arms and stuff out there. Porsha is more, I'm sorry, her and Phaedra both to me was the same. Liars.
I love Porsha. I love Phaedra. I love Nene.
I love Phaedra, but Phaedra was always a liar. When Nene exposed her, but Phaedra used to lie for no reason.
She lied. But my thing is everybody lied. But what got me, I feel like Phaedra took the fall for Carlos King. For those that are familiar with Carlos
King. I'm talking about earlier lies, but that was the major lie. I'm talking about she never gave head, and Nene said she was the head doctor. Like,
that was just funny. That was like pure entertainment to me. But no, Carlos King is the person that really put out the rumor about Candy in this dungeon, which now it could be true, because look at T.I. and Tiny. Let me take a sip of my wine.
Girl, let me take the straw out.
T.I. and Tiny. That's all I'm gonna say on that before they sue me for libel, my little YouTube channel. But
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
You can't sue if it's alleged.
Yes, but Phaedra, I love Phaedra because she could read people for filth. Like, I will always remember how she read Kenya that time when she said, "What you will know is that." Yeah.
You can't read. So I never liked Phaedra though.
Oh, I loved her.
At first, I was like, oh, I like her. And I was like, oh, I can't stand her.
No, I like Phaedra. I like Porsha. I like Nene. I never liked Candy because Candy, first of all, to me,
I
Candy
love Candy.
can sing. Two, she's always the person in the middle. And then, like I used to hate when she would get mad. And one time she got into it with Nene, and she was like, "Bring it on down, bring it on down." And I was
But
like,
you know what's crazy? Candy and Nene always went back and forth, and Candy, little behind, always held her ground. Yeah, that's the only thing I respect about their
But
argument. Because
my thing
Nene,
is,
off the rip, definitely came in and tried to bully her off her
you
first
think so?
season.
I feel like Candy just didn't like Nene at all. That's how I
Well,
always
I
feel.
recently saw the new seasons. So when I was looking at them, because I ain't see it before you. Before you, I was not watching The Housewives of anything. But when I was recently watching it, and I'm like, the first season, it was like Nene knew her place in there, and she knew it was her and Kim, and she just came off as a big bully. Now season 2, she got better, but she really came off as a whole bully.
I love Nene. The first season, like that's
But I
authentic.
mean, Nene, I like Nene now.
Yeah, that was authentic, Nene. Those first 2 seasons, I was like, yes. And then
Ooh, they was hit. Ooh, they
when
was hit.
when on the reunion when her and Sheree went back and forth about Neverland, and then he was like, Neverland? Just like, what I'm going to
Sheree is my favorite of everyone. Sheree will forever be my favorite.
Yeah, I used to love Sheree with that. Who gonna check me, boo?
Is she an African girl gonna get you a Simon?
Yeah, and
Get you an Akon.
I feel like he was trying to get her.
Akon.
Going back to my thought on Simon trying to be on the come up, I feel like he wanted somebody on that show because he took that trip to Africa with Sheree and some other people. So I feel like he wants the exposure. I don't think he don't have any money, but I think just like any other man, they like that spotlight. They like the exposure. It brings more women. He wants a peach just like Peter wanted a peach. So
he is the peach. And now Peter trying to come out and everything. You know what's crazy though? Speaking of Peter, I do not want Cynthia back on this show. Her and Mike has they're the corniest couple.
Yeah.
She don't have a storyline. I love Cynthia. I really do. Like, she just don't belong on there. Like, it's other places for her. I don't think she's on Housewives.
I would rather have Peter on the show. And
I love Peter.
Shout out to my friend Russell because I've been friends. I'm friends on Facebook with Peter. And then my friend Russell, who was in the group that we used to be in, he does coffee. And so he has Russell's Gourmet. Make sure you check it out. But he did a coffee for Peter called Peter's Brew. And Russell, I still want to interview with Peter because he's actually close friends with Peter. So, yes.
Peter could be on there without Cynthia to me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I would like Peter on there without Cynthia.
As quiet as it's kept, he might be on there with Nene because, this past weekend, when I was...
Nene coming back?
She may. I think
She's coming back. She always skip a season and
but,
bust out.
But I heard, this past weekend, I was trying to go to her place, Lenithia's, or whatever her little club is. First of all, Nene, why is it $100 to get in your club?
What?
Yeah.
Right out of COVID? Actually, we still.
Well, she had Tamar Braxton performing, so maybe that's why.
I love Tamar.
Yeah, I do too.
I love you.
That's why I love Tamar. I love Nene. I love them all. But Peter was there with his little scandalous self, and they was in pictures together. And I'm like,
stop playing.
Like Nene was.
Peter was there.
Yeah, he was there. So maybe I'll do a show one day. I'm gonna go to Lenithia's when it's not $100 though. And I want to talk.
Why am I paying $100 to get in here?
Exactly, but it looked like the opening because this was her opening weekend, so it looks like
it might be the opening price.
Yeah, it looked so fun. So I have to try it. Me and Kennard or one of my friends here, he eating a sandwich. One of my friends here, we may try it. We may go to.
I'll come here.
Yes, please. If you come, we're gonna have
for a month.
What'd you say?
Say I'm about to be kid free for a month. They're gonna be with Daddy.
Come to Atlanta so we can go to Lenithia's. I want to try it, and then we're gonna go.
I might have to.
This other lounge I've been going to, Black House, which is in Marietta. I love it. It's a hookah lounge. They have rack of lamb and all of that. It's good.
Oh,
It's
okay.
good. So
Not like the place you took me and Bert, because
that was Dennis's place.
and it was trash. It was good trash though.
Yeah, but actually the food used to be so much better before the pandemic, and I didn't even know that was Dennis's place until he got on the show, because Crew has been open prior to him coming on the show, and now it was a nice hookah lounge to go to because
it's a good lounge.
It's laid back. The food used to be so good because they used to have they used to have these salmon. What's the little burgers, but salmon shooters. They were the little salmon burgers.
Sliders?
Yes, sliders. I'm calling them shooters.
I know what you meant.
But sliders. They had these salmon sliders with the sweet potato fries. And yes, the food used to be good, but I know with the pandemic, they've had to change things. And me and Hannah went with Bert this last time, and Hannah's food looked like, what the hell is that? You should have got a salmon burger. I got a salmon burger.
I got salmon and mashed potatoes. How do you F that up?
Well, as quiet as it's kept, the DJ, the chef came back, apologized, gave her a new meal, and did not charge her.
Yeah, so, and he said it. He said no one ever sent food back, so I had to come up because I knew somebody knew food. And he said when he opened it, he didn't make it either. He said when he saw it, he was like, "What is this?" So the chef didn't make my food. I don't know who made it. A child made it. But when he remade it, it came right. I will say that. When the actual chef made it. But my thing is, don't have an establishment and let anybody making the food but the chef. That's what you're here for. That's what the head chef is there for. You don't be sending the waitress up in here to scramble some eggs. That doesn't work like that. So, I mean, maybe because it was the pandemic. But
I think if you're going to have somebody cook, along with the chef, they need to know how to have the same that the chef has. So I agree with that. But this is going back to Falynn Guobadia. I hope I'm pronouncing her name.
I'm not playing with you, Candace.
She I'm not interested in seeing the interview. I am gonna watch though. I'm gonna talk about it. I don't feel like hearing her story because what else can come out? He's a man.
So what if she bust out and say Simon broke? What you gonna say?
I'm gonna be like, wow, okay. Is that why you divorced them?
That's why you divorced them? I mean, if you're a gold digger, own it. I don't
think she's gonna say that. And like I said, I don't believe he's broke because Porsha does not attach herself to broke men. What does Kanye say? She ain't a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
Nothing wrong with that. I don't do broke either.
Yes. So going to our next topic. I know I didn't show you what these topics were.
You never did.
We're going to talk a little bit about Kevin Samuels and the man in the bed that he posted.
Who's the man with a man? I knew it.
No, he was.
Oh.
Let me say this. I'm gonna add context to it. So he did a show last week, and he has callers that come on, and I think he does Zoom, and he uses another streaming platform, but he posted to YouTube, and he does Instagram. So he was trying to put one of his callers on. But the picture went to this man in a bed, and it looked like his apartment or wherever Kevin Samuels does his main shows. It looked like, I should find the picture and post it. And my arms are not ashy. It's just the light reflecting on it. But Kevin Samuels posted this man, and he has not explained it. He was like, what is this? He was like, oh, there's a man in the bed.
No, it's a man in your phone and your favorites. Your favorites.
So everybody has been coming for Kevin Samuels.
Really?
This is what I have to like. A lot of people like Tom.
Why didn't you tell me about this?
I thought you saw it.
Girl, no.
I gotta send you the stuff. So Tommy Sotomayor, he's one of the pioneers of the Manosphere movement on YouTube. He's been coming for him. A lot of different people. With Kevin Samuels, what'd you say?
I gotta see this. I knew nothing of this.
Yeah, with Kevin Samuels, I'm indifferent. Like, I am a Black woman secure in who I am. So the things that he does, it doesn't bother me. It's just pure entertainment. Yeah. Some of the advice that he gives is good, but some of it is just like, whoa. And I know people call him gay. And people, I guess he takes it as an insult, and some people are calling him that as an insult, but some people are saying it because he truly does look gay. And this does not help his case. Now, there's nothing wrong with being gay. There's nothing, well, to me, I'm going to say that. There's nothing wrong with being
either.
Yeah, so it's like this man in the bed, Kevin, it just made it look like he was living foul. It only, as they used to say back in the day,
you little foul, you little foul.
It only supports what people were thinking already about him. And the fact that, like, he didn't say, oh, what is that? Like, he was just like, ha, 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 bed in the bed. I should have played the clip on here.
Shut up, Candace. No, he didn't.
He did. He did.
You know, my thing is, though, I just think that his delivery is wrong.
Yeah.
There's some stuff he be saying, I'd be like, all right, now you lost your mind. But I feel like the stuff when he be really coming down and being real with it, it's just the wrong delivery. But he really do sometimes speak like facts that people need to hear. He just very harsh and cruel with it.
Yeah. And I just like some of the things to me are unrealistic because he talks about these high value men. And when you look at because he states facts, when you look at high value men, he'll say it's only 10% of high value men in this country, and only like 3 or 4% of those are black. And so it's like, if it's only 3 or 4%, the whole rest of the black community, like, what are you following him for? Because you're not high value, but you're standing behind him. And then he criticizes black women. Now, there are some black women that do want men with money, and they do the things to get those men, but don't criticize a black woman that wants to just marry somebody. And yes, they may
love.
Yeah, they may have children, they may have been married before, they may be a little overweight, but I feel like you equally bring things to the table. So you can't just keep coming down on black women. And they say, oh, he talks about black men, he does this, does that. I haven't seen a video where he talked about black men in over a year or 2 years. As of right now, the whole narrative is black women, or the modern women, as he says, and how bad we are. So,
but you know, it's crazy. People be coming at black women who have black moms who wasn't high value, who birthed your raggedy behind in this world, just to disrespect the woman. But the moment somebody says something about your mother that you saying about other people, oh, you ready to fight. Oh, you just angry. But you're saying that about somebody else's mother or daughter. Like that's my problem. You can have your own opinion. You can be entitled to whatever you want to say. However, do not disrespect women because they have a preference. Everybody don't want to be a gold digger. My thing is, you call women gold diggers, you say this and that, but then when you do something different and don't care about the money, then you see people like that who be very negative. So which one is it? You want us to be gold diggers, city girls, wholesome wives? Like, what do you want? Like, I feel like you just gotta be whatever you want to be because they don't even know what they want.
And I feel like can't no man tell me how to be a woman.
Absolutely. Like, you better say that again. Repeat that.
Yes, can't no man tell me how to be a woman. You can tell me what a man wants, but I feel like as a woman, I need to take advice from another woman that's been successfully married and that has dealt with men. And that's even if my goal is to be married. Not every woman's goal is to be married. We're more than just marriages and husbands and families. We are women that are doing a lot of different things. And so I just feel like they're upset that the narrative has changed, that women are making money now, we're working, and we can decide on what we want. So that's the real problem. So
if I want to go spend my money, I'm going to go spend my money because I earned it.
Exactly.
And we're not housewives anymore. And I also feel like I feel like they have this whole you have to be submissive thing, but then you can't be a woman thing. It's like you can't even just be yourself. But a man can be himself and it's acceptable. But let a woman just have any bit of the moment you try to be a little strong, the first thing they say, oh, you're acting like a man. No, I'm acting like myself as a woman. I'm acting as a strong woman who knows her worth, who knows what she does, who earned her lifestyle, But the moment, instead of them saying you act like a woman or a strong woman, you either act like an angry woman or a man. And I never even understand that concept. Like, oh, you like one of the guys. No, I'm like one of myself. I'm me. I'm a woman. I just like things that you like. I can relate. I can make the same amount of money as you now. Sometimes some women out here making more. And I feel like the narrative is just crazy right now for us.
Exactly. And I'm going to chop this video up. I'm going to post this clip of Kevin Samuels. And I know this it's going to be a lot of men that come for me because on this channel,
get out the bed with the men.
On this channel, I've been called old, fat, and black.
What?
I'm far
fat and black.
I'm far from fat and I'm far from old. But I just know that yeah, I am black. I'm always represent my blackness. Let me put on my right fist. I'm always represent my blackness, but I'm very comfortable in my skin. I'm married, been married twice. So it wasn't that hard for me to find a husband again.
I'll be right behind you.
Yeah. So yeah. So just expect the comments. Kevin Samuels, I respect him because of how his platform has grown. He's a YouTube content creator just like everybody else. I don't want to condemn him and say, oh, I hate him, because I don't. I'm more than like, well, I'm actually more entertained than I am. I don't have any disdain for him. So some people follow him. They follow that movement. I don't have to, but I can still watch it. I'm entertained by it, but I know that's not me. I know what he's talking about does not represent me, because you can't lump all black women into one category. And the ones that call into this show, stop calling in, because this man just wants to make fun of you and put you on display and basically alienate you. And it's not good. So that's my thoughts on that. And for when I cut this and make it a new clip, if y'all come for me, I might not respond. If I respond, just know it's going to be smoke. So
let me know. I'll respond, because I don't be seeing it.
Comment watch now. Yeah, you can bring me the smoke.
I'm about to go comment watch now, because that's what we're not going to do.
Yeah, I'm prepared for it. You can call me average at best, whatever. But what are you? What are you, sir, that watch this? Are you willing to post your picture in the comments so we can see what you look like, so we can judge you? Because they judge us all the time and they're so critical of us, but they never show what they look like. They have behind
$6 an hour.
Yeah, these avatars and emojis. But when you comment, make sure you post your picture, because I want to see who's commenting to me.
I want to see too now, because I'm going to be looking at comments, because there's always somebody that won't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. I'm an old school, and they're becoming disrespectfully, because people who know their worth, who have that money, they're not on here talking trash about people. They don't have time to, because you out doing your own thing. But it's the people home don't have nothing to do, price gaming PPP, that want to just come out here and talk about high value, but you can't even take them into a boardroom and have an intellectual conversation.
Exactly. You said a word. Exactly. So we're going to move on from Mr. Kevin Samuels in the bed. Oh, and I heard his daughter came out and spoke out against him. So I'm going to have to watch that later. I haven't watched it yet.
You got to be tagging me in this stuff here.
Yeah. So I might post about that later. But I want to talk about Ready to Love. So have you been following this show?
No, and I was listening to Steve Harvey earlier, and it was saying, I said tomorrow I'm going to actually watch it, but I got to watch it with Bert. So I'm probably Saturday, we probably just going to binge watch this whole new season. I saw every season so far, but this new one, I saw the first 2 episodes.
Well, the cast has been going live on IG. They've been telling it all. So it's like,
I've been looking at it.
Oh, so I just wonder who's going to be together. The show is a hot ass mess. Excuse my language.
Did you know about the past cast though? I just found this out.
What?
So remember the season with Reva? Mm-hmm. Do you know he really still with her? The guy who
I followed him. I follow them on IG. Yeah,
I follow Reva. I was like, oh, y'all was for real.
and I like Tondi. And what's crazy, like I living here in Atlanta again, my best friend here in Atlanta, Kayla, who you actually remind me of. I have to have Kayla on here, and we were supposed to go out this weekend, but Kayla is friends with Tondi, and so I like Tondi. She dodged a bullet because even though Reva got the guy seemed like he got some problems.
You know, when I was watching it, I was telling Bert, I thought him and Reva was together before the show. I've always said that. And so when they said that at that reunion, I wasn't shocked because I always thought that they were secretly together. It was just the way they reacted around each other. I go by body language. And to me, they seemed like they were together way before the show.
And I think she was shocked that he was considering Tondi because Tondi is very attractive. She is very attractive woman. Her size. Like I love me some Tondi, so he I guess loved it too.
Thanks, because he was playing a film.
Yes. So that's all we have for today. What are your we can end it now. We went longer than what I expected. What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is don't let no man tell you, a woman who's birthed in this world as a woman who does not have any part of a woman's body in them, tell you who you are, how you're supposed to be. If you want any advice, look within yourself or ask another woman. I don't feel as though a man can tell you who you are, and I don't feel like we can tell a man because we are not men. Tell them or seek advice from them how to be a woman or what we want, because we as women know what we want, and when we stop putting outside people in our business, we can actually find what we want. And that's my final thoughts.
Exactly. I 100% agree with Hannah. My final thoughts on Falynn and Simon is scripted. With Kevin Samuels, sir, you got to be more careful. But other than that, I want to thank you all for watching The Candy Shop. This was Thirsty Thursday. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe to The Candy Shop. Bye-bye. I'm going to play my intro on our little outro. But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time.